Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. We've got some serious buzz swirling around the NFL, and it's got the Bills fans talking. Rumors are swirling that the Detroit Lions might be open to trading their star edge rusher, Aiden Hutchinson. And if this trade actually goes down, it could shake up the entire AFC landscape. Imagine the impact this could have on Buffalo's Super Bowl aspirations. Hutchinson, the explosive pass rusher from Detroit, is generating a ton of buzz, and many inside sources suggest that the Bills are at the front of the line, eager to make a move. It's not just some idle chatter either. The league insiders point to a deal that could involve a first-round pick and a conditional third-rounder. To understand what this means, you've got to look at the bigger picture. Detroit, sitting at 6'4", is navigating some cap space issues, especially with extensions looming for players like Jared Goff. The Lions are managing their cap carefully, freeing up around $15 million, which they're using to bolster their secondary. That's a smart move, considering their secondary currently allows about 21.6 points per game. But the key here is that Detroit's management might be willing to part ways with Hutchinson, a player who's been a force on the defensive line, in an effort to rebuild and focus on their long-term cap health. Now for the Bills, this isn't just a potential addition to their pass rush. It's a game changer. Hutchinson, only 25 years old, is a budding superstar who's been lighting up the stat sheet with his relentless pressure and sack production. His 5 sacks and 42 quarterback hits so far in his career showcase a player who's just hitting his prime. When you combine him with Gregory Rousseau, the Bills' pass rush instantly becomes a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. The Bills' current defensive line has been battling injuries, with Ed Oliver out for surgery on his biceps and Michael Hoke sidelined with a shoulder injury. Adding Hutchinson would fill those gaps with a player who's not just talented but also consistent and disruptive. Let's take a deeper dive into Hutchinson's profile. He's a data-driven elite with impressive numbers across the board. In 2025, he's already amassed 50 combined tackles, 15 assists, and 5 sacks in just 10 games. His pressure rate of around 30% and a win rate of roughly 28% make him one of the most effective young edge rushers in the league. His EPA, expected points added, per snap is at 0.18, which is outstanding for his age and experience level. Hutchinson's burst off the line, running a 4.74 40-yard dash, adds another layer of explosiveness that makes him a nightmare for blockers. His ability to generate pressures even when double-teamed is comparable to some of the best in the league, like Micah Parsons or Nick Bosa. The fact that he's already achieved 2 Pro Bowl appearances in his career just proves how highly he's regarded across the league. Despite some injury setbacks, like a knee twist in 2025, Hutchinson has shown resilience, playing 88% of the snaps without a major drop-off. He's also maintained 0 concussions since 2023, which is critical for a player with his style of relentless rushing. His yards after contact, YAC, allowed is only 4.2 yards, and he's a solid run defender with a stop rate of about 22%. All of this makes him a versatile player who can contribute against both the pass and the run, a perfect fit for the Bills' aggressive defensive scheme. Now, why would Detroit consider trading Hutchinson? Well, the Lions are in a unique spot. They're 6'4", with an offense that's been firing on all cylinders, averaging around 29.2 points per game. Their main cap concern revolves around Goff's upcoming extension, which might push them to trade some assets to free up space for future signings. Detroit is also looking to rebuild their defense gradually, focusing on the offensive line and secondary, while making strategic moves to stay competitive. They see Hutchinson as a valuable piece, but with the team's current cap situation and their focus on a potential window for the next couple of seasons, trading him makes strategic sense. For the Bills, though, this isn't just about adding a star pass rusher. It's about transforming their defense into one of the league's most fearsome units. Hutchinson's addition would significantly boost their sacks, pressure rates, and overall disruptive ability. It's projected that with Hutchinson, The Bills could see an increase of around 12 more sacks this season alone, pushing their total closer to 50. That's a massive step up for a team that's already been solid, but has room to dominate more consistently. Furthermore, his presence on the line would create mismatches for offensive lines, especially in the AFC East, where the Bills face high-powered offenses like the Dolphins and Jets. Against Miami's offensive line, which allows around 26. 3 points per game, Hutchinson's speed and power would be a nightmare. His ability to generate pressure quickly could help contain the Dolphins' explosive passing attack, giving the Bills' secondary more room to operate. And pairing him with Rousseau, who has an EPA of 0.14, would form a dynamic duo capable of wreaking havoc on opposing quarterbacks on a regular basis. Statistically, adding Hutchinson could also lead to more turnovers. We're talking about an extra 15 forced fumbles, more sacks, and critical third-down stops. His impact would ripple across the defense, making it more aggressive and creating more opportunities for the Bills' offense. With Josh Allen at quarterback, who thrives with extra possessions and better field position, this trade could be a huge boost. The Bills' offensive EPA per pass, currently at around 0.28, would benefit from more short fields and turnovers, allowing Allen and the offense to stay aggressive and efficient. Now, let's consider the playoff implications. If the Bills manage to land Hutchinson, their Super Bowl odds could see a significant jump, from around plus 850 as per ESPN to plus 500. That's a game changer, especially when you think about the potential matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs. Hutchinson as an X-factor in the playoffs could increase the Bills' chances of pulling off a deep run, maybe even flipping the tide against teams like the Jets, who currently sit with plus 10, 0 odds. His presence could be the spark needed for Buffalo to elevate their game and finally get over the hump to reach Super Bowl LX. Of course, all trades are a risk, and Detroit's cautious approach stems from a realistic view of their roster and salary cap. But for the Bills, this move would be a statement, signaling their intent to contend now and in the future. It would be a bold move, and one that could redefine their defense for years to come. Imagine a front line with Rousseau and Hutchinson terrorizing offenses, creating chaos, forcing turnovers, and putting the Bills in prime position to make a deep playoff run. So fans, this rumor isn't just idle speculation, it's a potential game changer. The Bills are always looking to improve, and with the right moves, they can turn this season into one for the history books. We've seen how a trade like this can ignite a team. Look at the Bosa trade in San Francisco last year, which boosted their defense by plus 17% and propelled them all the way to the NFC Championship. Buffalo has the talent, the quarterback, and now possibly the star defensive end to take their defense to new heights. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. To wrap this up, the potential trade for Hutchinson could be seen as a move that redefines the Bills' identity on defense. It's about becoming a relentless, explosive unit that can match the best in the league, and more importantly, give Buffalo a real shot at lifting the Lombardi Trophy once again. The Bills have already been a playoff staple in recent years, but adding a player like Hutchinson could be the missing piece that elevates them from contenders to outright favorites. The AFC East is fierce, but with this kind of star power, Buffalo could be poised to dominate for years to come. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Hutchinson would be the perfect fit? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him in Bills colors? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with even more updates and insights, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news. Let's keep the passion alive and keep pushing forward as we chase that Super Bowl dream.